All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of their millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. And the topic that I want to speak on in transit here, as I'm getting to my destination, is about the two types of marks, man. All right, the two types of marks. And the phrase that came to mind as I was meditating on it, because the ones that I'm alluding to, you can find them in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, okay, and Revelation the 13th chapter. All right, but both of those marks are what you call mutually exclusive. What does mutually exclusive means? It means they can't occupy the same in the same space. Okay, they can't both be true. In other words, all right. So if you have one, you can't have the other. All right, and that's what the two marks are, man. So you know the point is you want to make sure that you get the right mark. Okay, because if you take the wrong mark, you definitely don't have the right mark. All right, now what is the right mark? Read Ezekiel the 9th chapter, okay, and it gets really good around verse 4, okay, but you'll see that there's a mark spoken about men that had a particular disposition toward their condition. These are not men that are settled on their leads. These are not men that are wishy-washy or, you know, are on the fence. These are not men that don't want America to be destroyed. All right. These are men that are fed up. They're tired. You know, their bodies are aching. They understand the true value. They have faith in the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, okay, and prophecy. All right. And they would be in the spirit that Lot was in when he was confronted by the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah when the two angels visited. All right, when you read Peter, the first Peter, I believe, it speaks about Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation. Okay, he was vexed, and so if you're not in that spirit, there's a very good chance that you're not going to receive that mark spoken about in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, which is the Wa, okay, which is the last letter of the alphabet, and it represents exemption, okay? It means you're exempt from judgment, okay? And that mark is non-physical or metaphysical, okay? It's something that you receive in your spirit, all right? It essentially represents the seal of the elect, because the Most High is not going to preserve anybody in America specifically. All right, no, none of those people are getting preserved unless you're of the elect, man. Unless your name is written in the book of life. Okay. So if the Lord saw fit to have mercy on you, man, all right, to where you're in a state of vexation, of frustration, all right, of fatigue, but you have hope, all right, and you have discipline, you have a mind and a love towards the Most High, and you have a fear of Yahweh, all right, then you're going to be good ultimately, man. You're going to receive that Thawa, that exemption from judgment, and that's exactly what you want, man, because what else left is there, man? Okay, all right. Now, there's some people that are not going to receive either. There's some people that are not going to take the mark spoken about in Revelation 13, and they're not going to get the exempt from judgment. So what does that mean? You're still going to more than likely get fucked up on this side. All right. There's going to be a few that slips through the cracks, but they're going to either perish by the sword, because they're not right with the Most High. It's a test, okay? All right? And that will be the test for the vast majority of people, will be that charagma, all right? And the situation that you're put in, all right, on whether or not you're going to take it or not, all right? That will be the test for the vast majority of people. But some people are going to be tested in other ways, man, you know? But that mark is coming to try everybody on the planet Earth, everybody, man, regardless if they're a politician, they're a so-called prime minister, king, whatever it is, all right? Them and maybe some elites, the super elites, all right? They don't have to really worry about that because, you know, they're getting shackled up directly, okay? They're getting reserved, okay? But that lot of people, man, that take the second one, all right, they're gonna be utterly destroyed. There's no repentance for it, man. It's the opposite of exemption, man. It's condemnation, okay? That means you're marked, okay? That means there's no escape for you at all, and there's no repentance. You read Revelation, the 14th chapter, all right? That's made pretty clear that there's no exemption for you there, all right? So you gotta meditate on these things, that when you read Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the Lord is not dealing with men in between, wishy-washy, okay? You're going to have to take one or the other. You're going to receive one or the other, you know, by and large. And so if the Lord is telling you in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, what kind of characteristics and traits the men that are going to be exempt from judgment, what they would be doing, then you have to ask yourself, are you doing it? Are you in that spirit? And if you're not, why aren't you doing it? Okay? If this comes from a lack of fear of the Lord, man, you need to pray. That is a high level demon on you, man. Because to not fear the Lord is absolutely foolish. Absolutely. Okay? Now we know the Most High, or the scriptures refer to these people as the unwise. I believe that's in Wisdom of Solomon. Okay? He comes to judge the unwise, all right? Because these people think the Most High is far off, or they don't believe in him at all, or they think they're their gods, or they think the Most High is just this benign power in the universe that, you know, that just exists. He doesn't experience anger or wrath, you know, or they'll believe that he's all love. He's like a ATM blessing, you know, a blessing for ATMs. You know, an ATM for blessings. It's lucky. You know, those prosperity preachers, man. They'll have you believe the Most High is some kind of ATM. You just give some tithes, and the Most High is just gonna bless you. All right, it's like an ATM. You put in your card, you put your PIN number in, and cash comes out. All right, that ain't how it works, man. So that lot is the unwise. The scriptures call them the congregation of the dead. Why are they called the dead? Because their fate's already sealed, man. These things have been predetermined already. All right, and that should be one of the number one reasons why you fear the Lord. Just knowing that the fate is already sealed, man. All right, that's why we walk with humility and with hope. All right, and watch how these guys start remixing these doctrines, okay, about what the second mark is in Revelation 13, the charagma. By the way, it's the RFID chip that's going to go in your right hand or in your forehead, okay? And you will have to go through a system, a monetary system, you know, a government system where you are highly restricted. You're basically going to have to make a covenant with the devil, okay? And there's going to be dire consequences for not doing so unless you have the Most High's mark, okay, which is Ezekiel 9 and 4, which is what we're striving to receive, okay? So think about these things, man, about how the Lord presents two things in front of you, man, okay? He did that back in the day when he gave us the law to Moses. He said, you know, you have two things in front of you. You have life and death, man, in front of you. And he said, choose life. Okay, it's a commandment to choose life. And what does the Most High do to people that don't follow commandments? He said he files you in the category of rebellious, and rebellion is punishable by death. Okay, you gotta read the scriptures, man, and get into it, man, and see things from that perspective. Okay, because our minds, our spirit, that's all gonna be tried, man. We should be scouring our entire body for leaven. All right, looking for it and trying to pluck every little bit of it out, man. Okay, because if you got leaven in you, when the heat gets applied, that's a wrap. Okay, you're an unacceptable sacrifice. You're a bride unfit for marriage. Okay, you have blemishes on you. All right, so meditate on these things, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakudah Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah.